welcome back. My name is Amanda, and this is Jay's Diecast Creations.
Guys, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Do I have a surprise and a special treat for you guys today? My girlfriend has been watching me build these cars for the last year, and I've been entering the Gaslands UK Car of the Month competition since about halfway through last year. So she sees the crazy things that I come up with, and that there's a different theme every month, and she finally asked me if she could join, and I was like, yeah, absolutely. If you want to build something, then let's go, you know. So the first thing that we talked about was she is a type 1 diabetic, and she wanted to build this car with all parts from her diabetes supplies, you know, the glucose sensors and the insulin pump, and you know, all the mechanisms that let her live her life every day. And so I did. I took a bunch of stuff apart, and I gave her all the bits that she needed to get this car done. I didn't do anything on this car. The only thing that I did was drill it out, and I cut the axles for her because you know, she didn't want to cut herself. But basically, she started out with this 69 Dodge Charger 500. The initial idea was to make it the Dukes of Hazzard, you know, '01, and it was going to be a flying insulin delivery system car. And as you'll see coming up, you know, things changed a little bit, but I think they changed for the better, and it worked out really well. So I'm excited to show you guys this. This is the car as it came out of the package. You know, she's holding it up for a little glamour shot. I actually really like the paint on it, but it had to go. It had to go. So this is basically the bin of diabetes supplies that she had to work with. There's the sensor, and these big pieces here are the insertion devices, and they hold all the springs and the different pieces of plastic and little triangle bits and stuff like that she ends up using on the car. And it turned out really cool, really cool. So right here, she's just mocking it up as a flyer. It was going to be a flyer. And, you know, like I said, things changed because she wanted them to. She wanted them to, you know. So she mocked up all the things that she thought looked cool on there. And I started talking to her about the game and the different factions and stuff, and the sponsors, and Michigan really stuck out, and it called to her. So that's what the car became. It became a Michigan insulin delivery bootlegger, because in her little backstory, the insulin was deemed illegal because they didn't want people to survive, right? So Michigan sent down, and I'm just drilling out the car here, but Michigan sent down this experimental radio-controlled insulin delivery unit that has satellite navigation that can be controlled from Mars, which I think is so awesome that she came up with that. And yeah, I'm really excited about this. So basically, I drilled out the car. This is the blown-up view. This is all the parts that came out of it. End up getting rid of the windshield and the rear wheels, I believe. So I was stripping cars. I did 4 at a time, and this was one of them. So this is where I use Sister Strip. It's a paint stripper that doesn't really smell bad. It smells like oranges, kind of, and it works really good. You know, I put the cars in there, let them soak overnight, and in the morning, you know, you just brush it off with a toothbrush or wash it with some water, and it's good to go. So this is what it looks like when it comes out. Basically, takes all the paint off. It's a rough casting, but this is a Gaslands car, so I don't really take much time to use a Dremel and clean anything up or anything like that. And this was her deal. So the one thing that we did do is she wanted wheels. She decided she wanted wheels, so we stole them off of this police monster truck thing. So now she's mocking up the undercarriage. It becomes the undercarriage. These are parts of the insertion device. When I took it apart, it's all spring loaded, and it shoots a needle through the sensor and attaches it to her body. So when I took it apart, it all exploded, and you know, I put it all back in the box, and that's what she had to work with. So the sensor portion is on the back of the car there, and then she basically mocked up the axles and mocked up what the car was going to look like, and it looked awesome. I couldn't believe it. I really couldn't believe it. She put this whole thing together by herself. I did not help her at all. And you know, she had a couple questions for me, like, you know, should I do this or should I do that? But I didn't touch it. You know, she did all the gluing, all the fabricating on the parts and everything, and I'm really proud of her. You know, I'm really proud of her. And anybody that has diabetes, you know, I've learned so much since we've been together about it, and I never really thought about it before, but it's a serious issue, and it's not something that should be made fun of, you know. So my heart goes out to you, you know. Keep on keeping on. So she started paint. We primed it black, and she started painting with the brush, and it didn't really come out very well. And my brother had some race car paint, a rattle can that he had used on his race cars, and it was this blue color, and blue is the diabetes awareness color. So she was like, "Can I use that?" And it only made sense. It turned out really, really nice as far as the paint goes. Yes, we were painting in the snow. It's cold here in New York. I don't have a spray booth yet, so that's basically what we did. We went outside on a decent day. The sun was out, and got some color on it. And it's basically I set her up with a little workstation at the kitchen counter, and that's where she was working. And I was so impressed by the details that she was able to do on the headlights and the tail lights, and you know, the marker lights. And I was like, oh my God, she's better at detailing than I am, you know. And I don't know if that's a woman thing, you know, because they're always doing makeup and stuff, and they just have a better, steadier hand. But I was really impressed, really impressed. So there was a few things that didn't end up, that weren't part of her diabetes supplies. The car itself, the tires, and then the windshield, which is a screen that was cut out, you know, that you would put in your window in your house, right? This is the stuff that I use. And she didn't want to use the regular windshield, so I was like, you know, just put this in there. But everything else on the car is strictly diabetes supplies, or something that came from the car, like the tire that's sitting in the back of the sensor there that you see. So this is basically the idea, though, is that the insulin would be stored in the back there, and then it would be dropped down the tube that's pointing at the ground there at the back of the car, which I thought was amazing when she came up with it. I was like, yeah. She's like, do you think that's a good idea? I'm like, yes, that's absolutely awesome. Yes. So we're going to have this thing running around the wastelands dropping off insulin because it's illegal. So we're bootlegging. So this basically, you know, I handed her lead belcher, and I showed her on one of my cars how to dry brush and let her go, and this is how it came out. And for a first time, I'm blown away. I'm really blown away. I can't say that I'm surprised, but I'm very impressed by the way that she pulled this off. So that last screen you saw there was the insulin reservoir that's inside of her insulin pump, and that got mounted underneath the chassis, basically to fill a hole, but also to work as like either a gas tank or an insulin tank, right? And now you see she's just basically making everything happen. She's putting it together and turn the kitchen counter into a workstation for a week. But it turned out really well. You know, this front section, the orange piece, the laser gun, as she called it, that's part of it's part of the lancet. It's a lancet that you prick your finger with to check your blood sugar. And the springs that you see there at the rear are part of the mechanism as well. The insertion device that spring load the needle through it, you know, to mount the sensor. So I was just every day it was another thing that she was doing that was turning my head, you know. And I think this thing is so awesome. It's the Diabadass. It is the Diabadass in whole. So basically, these are a couple glamour shots of the finished product after it was cleared with a matte clear coat Rust-Oleum rattle can. And the details on this thing are just amazing. You know, she wanted to keep all of the metal pieces unpainted. To really show what they were, because they came out of her diabetes stuff, you know, and I'm so impressed with this thing. I really am. You know, I hope you guys like it. She entered into the Gaslands UK Car of the Month competition, which is an international competition, world class guys, professional painters, you know. I'm excited to see how she does in this thing, because honestly, I think she's really got a shot, you know. This is the car that she started with. It's a 69 Dodge Charger 500. Awesome paint job, purple with green flames. But that's not what it was meant to be. And just so impressed. So impressed. You're going to see here the transformation of this stock car into the Diabadass, the ultimate insulin smuggling, bootlegging, remote controlled, satellite navigated Diabadass. I can't believe it. Oh, I'm so proud of her for doing this. And now I asked her if she's got the car of the month bug, and she goes, maybe. If it calls to me. We'll see what the themes are, and you know, she might participate some more. So she took the batteries. There we go. The batteries on the wheels there are out of her insulin pump. And then the springs are part of that other big mechanism that lets her attach that sensor. And it's really cool. This is what you call trash bashing, you know, but from stuff that gets thrown out all the time, and it's been put to a better use. So that's it in a nutshell, guys. I was more excited to make this video than any of my cars over the last year that I've been making them, and over the last couple weeks that I've been making these videos. This one was the one. So I hope you guys liked what you saw here in this video. If you did, you know, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and if you want to see all my videos, what's more important than subscribing is hit the bell, because a small channel like mine, you're not going to see my videos pop up when they get posted. The only way to see all the videos is to hit the bell, and you'll get a notification when every time I post a video and it goes live. So with that being said, thanks a lot, guys. I appreciate your time. I hope you liked it. We'll see you on the next one.